Hey there, Lou here, and today's video is going to break down 4 things that you can do to improve the guided meditations that you create. I've been fortunate to be able to work with meditation teachers and coaches and listen to their guided practices and give them feedback. And these are some common pitfalls they fall into and ways that I suggest them improving that I'm going to just share here on this video with you too. And before we begin, know that any of these rules, any of the things I say can be broken, that there is no actual rule to this creative process, but this is my opinion. Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. Number 1 is, as a rule of thumb, less is more. I'm guilty of breaking this all the time. But what I notice is that some people in meditations are trying to put too many things in a meditation. And I want to name something that I like to follow called the rule of 3. And what that means is whether it's 3 parts of the meditation, beginning, grounding, middle, end, or you might have 2 themes. Maybe it's beginning, like a somatic breathwork practice, and then moving into a gratitude practice, and then moving into just kind of an open awareness. So 3 different things that you're exploring in one practice. Or it's 3 things that you do within a theme. So let's use gratitude as an example. In the section that you're doing on gratitude, you have them think of something material that they're grateful for that they use every day, a relationship that they're grateful for, and something that's true for them, something that you just want to bring gratitude for. So 3 different things. I've noticed some people try to say, think of all these things that you're grateful for, your health, your family, and they do it at one time. And when that happens, people can't hear, it's tough for them to choose. When you're very specific with your instruction, grateful for a relationship, it's easier to focus, it's easier to really get more out of the practice. One other mistake I see my teachers making around being too much is in affirmations. With affirmations, you don't want to give 10. You want to think of 3, maybe 5. If it's short, I tend to maybe go to 5, but 3, 4 affirmations so that you are really getting the message. I'd rather you do 3 affirmations and then again, repeat them 3 times with the same words, because that really sinks in. I've seen some teachers where they have 10, 15 affirmations. They're all different. I don't really get to sink in with any of them. Number 2, in the beginning of your meditation, consider letting people know where you are taking them. Instead of just starting and, okay, let's take a breath, slow down, actually tell them, hey, welcome. Tell them your name. My name is Lou. And then tell them what you're going to do today. Today, we're going to be exploring a practice around expanding gratitude into everything that we know, everywhere in the world. And so we're going to explore this theme through, you might share like breath work, you might share a little bit of an insight into where people are going, or maybe you have a story that aligns with the theme. And especially for newer teachers where you're trying to build connection, what this does is, 1, establish connection, but more than establish connection is it builds safety. When users are choosing a guided meditation, it's a very intimate experience. And sometimes their protective parts are going to be around. Do I really like this person? I'm just feeling this out. I don't know. And so especially when they're new, to say, hey, I'm Lou. Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Today we're going to be doing this. It establishes a sense of, oh, I can feel safe listening to this. And when someone feels safe, they can go deeper. So we're trying to help them have a deeper experience. And so creating some sort of framework for where they're going helps them feel that safety. Number 3, this is the most important one. Please leave more space for people to do what you're asking them to do. When you tell them, feel gratitude, feel the breath, and then 5 seconds later tell them to do something else, they have not had enough time to actually do that first thing, and they're not accessing the depth in their practice that you want them to access. A tool that I like to use for this is I breathe for 3 slow breaths. Feel gratitude. And I might take just 3 slow breaths on my own. 3 to 4 tends to be around 30 seconds. I think 30 seconds is a really good marker to give people at least enough. If you're trying to put a lot into a meditation, let's say it's a short 10-minute meditation, 30 seconds at minimum. And of course, if you're doing a longer meditation, giving space for longer sits. But as a general rule, ask yourself, if I was listening to this, do I have time to really do what I'm asking people to do? One other note on this is with your affirmations. So often a teacher would do, okay, we're going to do some affirmations. I am the light of the universe. I am the best person in the world. I am powerful beyond measure. And I'm listening to that, okay, it sounds good, but you're not giving me any time for me to say the thing. So I always, when I do any kind of affirmations, is I say I am powerful beyond measure. I'll shut up, and then I say it again silently, imagining that the other person is saying it too. Remember, the reason people are meditating is to have an experience, not to listen to you talk. Your meditation is just a catalyst for the experience that they have. And when there is more space, something can emerge. It's about them having their insight, them having their experience, and that can't happen with constant talking. And number 4 is don't assume that you know the experience the person is having. I hear some people do meditations where they tell people what they're feeling. And for some people that works. They like that prompt and it helps them get into it. For example, like you're stepping out into this light and you're feeling gratitude, you're feeling power, you're feeling this. And I just think that potentially excludes and pushes people away that aren't feeling those things. I just like the qualifier, you may be feeling love, you may be feeling joy, you may be feeling bliss. And can you normalize if they are not feeling it? For example, you might have a meditation where you say, you may be feeling alive, but you also may be feeling numb. I'm welcoming whatever your experience is, that for some, this might really enliven something, and for others, you might be shut off, and that's okay too. Can we welcome that too? So it's just thinking in your head, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen. They might have many different experiences. Can I allow for whatever the experience is to be, rather than forcing or telling someone what the experience is? Because if they listen to you and that's not their experience and you don't normalize it not being their experience, they might be like, okay, that's just not the teacher for me. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, I'd love to hear which of these tips stood out for you. Please leave it in the comments, subscribe to the channel. I love helping teachers and creators share their work using guided meditations. Depending on when this video comes out, I am running a free workshop on how to attract clients using guided meditations, whether that's on Insight Timer, YouTube, or other meditation apps. We're going to share more tips like we did today, and also expand out on my strategies that I think of for creating really good content that bring people to then want to work with you one-on-one. So check out the link below. There will definitely be a link either to the webinar or to a recording, so I will get you where you need to go. So check out the link below, and I hope to see you and support you on your journey. Take care.